Hey guys, how's it going? It's Shane here again with another unboxing video, this time doing the Sagitaur, just filling out the rest of the Leagues of Oaktown vehicles, well, two of them, for now, now at least, hopefully there's more soon. Yeah, so the Sagittaur's your fast attack, transport as well. It's basically just a Razorback, honestly speaking. So we'll see how it goes putting together. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be a lot quicker and a lot easier than the other one because you've only got 3 sprues here. Yeah, you got the 3. First section with the main 2 body parts and all the tires. And then we've got some of the finer detail. The cabin crew part, which I'm actually not going to put together. I'm just going to have it blacked out. And yeah, the little bits and pieces for the weapons. So it's pretty all put together. Yeah, pretty easy looking kit. Because, I mean, relatively speaking, when you compare it to the Rhino Razorback, that's one of the easiest kits to put together for the Space Marines and such. So I think it's sort of in that sort of line of thinking. So yeah, let me get the base together and we'll see how that looks. So something really cool I wanted to talk about these the newer kits is how it pretty much everything's lined up where you know you're gonna not make a mistake. So with this guy here, you know, you got your 3 little circles there. This part here's got 3 circles here. It's also got 2 here, so you know which is the correct way to put this guy in, because you know he's going to have that sit there, and the part on top has got the 2 holes there, so you always know, yeah, you're not going to put things in backwards, upside down. Like for this part here, it just, yeah, it was just all lined up in a very specific way, which is really handy. That's like, it's a small feature they've added to sort of newer kits, but definitely helps. Alright, so it may look like I've put a lot together here, but this was 5 pieces put together pretty much. So the main chassis parts, you've got your 2 sort of pieces here, they're just clipping around the cockpit, and then just the 2 roof parts. The back part here, just it has the door attached. I don't even need to really glue in this back plate, it just fit in there and just clipped, and he was like, oh, okay. Like, it all just suits, it all just fits together. So that is really impressive. It's just, yeah, just one solid piece now. So showing you that, so you got all your different options for cockpit. Just for that, like I said, I'm just going to leave that blank. And yeah, so I think next we just got mostly the side piping, and then I'll get the wheels on. I'll almost be done after that. Alright, so I've got the piping and the other sort of details on it. And yeah, just another thing I want to show off was, I'm really happy with these guys, because these remind me of the Omega legs, which of course you had to put together in 2 separate parts, so I'm glad it's just one part, where it didn't needlessly need to be 2. But what I really like about this guy is, yeah, he's got the guidance there. You can only put him on at the correct angle. Yeah, I had the hardest time with those Omega legs, because they were good, they sort of lined up, but yeah, you really could have put it at some really weird angle, and then you try and set him on the piece, and then he's, yeah, just not standing right. So that is really handy they've done that. Alright. So I just finished up all the side pieces. One little detail there. I just wanted to do the weapons last. Yeah, I found the casing, the glass didn't... That was about the hardest thing to fit in. That didn't line up perfectly like the rest. It was also weird with these plates, how they sort of... They come out, they don't fit flush like that. Like, I don't know if it's an OCD thing, but it just doesn't quite seem right when things, it just sort of feels like it's hanging off the side. It's not Like it doesn't have a real home. But overall, it's really got that buggy look to it. I mean, that's the thing. What the thing is, I know it's supposed to sort of be a transport, but it's only a small transport, and it's sort of, you can't really compare it to like a Razorback. Essentially, that's what it is, but it's a lot smaller, a lot different. I like how the final touch of it is the pickaxe. That's the final thing it suggests you to add. Gotta go for the rock and stone. Alright, so let's have a look at the weapons. Alright, so now we have the weapons all assembled, so we can see how they look. Pretty good articulation on this one. This guy's supposed to be moving, but I think I glued him a bit wrong. Oh well. Ideally, that'd be moving up and down, but, you know, it's good again. You can just, like with the Land Fortress, you can just swap out the weapons really easily, and they just move nicely. Like that. So, pretty fun options. The weirdest thing is about the missile launcher. Because the way in the book, because of course it has the two profiles. Well, for just the normal one, what's it called? Because of course you got the L7 and you got the Sagitaur missile launcher. Now, in the instructions putting together, you've got both of them together. But in the rules for the Sagitaur itself, you can only choose one. You can only choose to bring an L7 or the Sagitaur missile launcher. But you have to bring both. So it's weird how they've done that. Were you supposed to, like, did they envision you'd have both types of missile launcher at once? And it's like, why would you have two there? Why would you have both if you can only use one for the whole game? So that's really strange. I don't quite know what they were thinking with that one. It's so weird. So yeah, basically you bring this twin one, which has both profiles, L7 and Sagitaur, but you can only use one. It's an odd choice. So I don't know if that's a misprint. Maybe you're supposed to, if you bring one, bring the other, because it's not super strong, the Sagitaur. Because the L7, of course, you've got your blast, or you've got your single shot, which is basically a las cannon shot. And then the Sagitaur, it's a bit stronger, but it's only 2 shots. So, yeah, it's weird, because you're sort of better bringing the, like, I'd say, comparing the Sagitaur missile launcher to the beam cannon. Because the beam cannon's, you know, it's straight up a las cannon that's also a beam weapon. You know, that's pretty, and it's twin, it's 2 shots. So that's great anti-armor, that's going to take out a lot of things. The Sagitaur, it's strength 10, it's 1 strength higher, but it's only 3 damage, but 2 shots. So I guess it's more consistent damage, but overall, it's longer range, but you don't really need this guy to be long range. He's supposed to be fast. So I don't think the missile launcher is the best choice for him. You'd either go anti-armor if you were bringing these guys to be big damage guys, or the autocannon. Because with the autocannon and the twin bolt cannon, you got a lot of shots coming at. They're 2 damage each. Basically going to be wounding most things on 3s, both the bolter and the autocannon. So you can spray a lot of shots with this. This is basically the assault sort of pattern version of it. So, yeah, I don't really see the missile launcher as being super optimal. Just way to think about it. I mean, it's sort of in a weird place, the Sagitaur, because, like I was saying, it's not really that much of a transport. It only has 5 capacity, and the only thing you really can take is is the troop choice, which really should bring it in the largest sort of squads, the squads of 5. Squads of, sorry, 20. When you could only bring 5, you'd be sort of, yeah, bringing an underpowered squad. Either that or the Berserks. So I guess if you were playing a close combat build, bring a bunch of these guys, load them up with Berserks, run up the table. But it's not like with Sisters of Battle where you can sort of Rhino Rush with the Immolators. Because they can do, yeah, really fast and bring a whole squad out. So, you know, it's not really great for Rhino Rushing. That's the thing with this vehicle. So that's the thing, it's not even a dedicated transport. They don't have a dedicated transport vehicle for these guys yet. So, yeah, it's really just a small assault vehicle. Either, yeah, you want to run in, get a couple of pretty strong hits off with basically the twin las cannon. Which, like I said, that can really be a game changer if they've got some big centerpiece model and you just want to bring a bunch of these. Like, yeah, bring this in a squad, 300 points and you got these guys. Like, yeah, you can do some damage. Or just, yeah, if you're fighting a bunch of orcs. Because, yeah, even the new tougher orcs. Like, this guy will just be wounding them on 3s, a lot of damage. So you get a lot of darker off for that. So, yeah, it's interesting to think about. The other point I was going to make was when you think about these guys. Because you got the land fortress. But, so this is your very small tank. This is your fastest assault one. And you got your land fortress, that's the really big one. But they don't have a medium vehicle yet. And unlike with, like, Space Marines, how you've got the one chassis, the Rhino chassis that would support, you know, a Predator and a Rhino and a Razorback. And especially for Eldar, you got the one chassis that does everything. You know, I can't really see them doing a medium tank build off this or the Land Fortress. So it's going to be really interesting what new designs come out for that. But they're going to be whole different kits. I don't think they're going to base it off anything. The only thing I could think about is if you took the Land Fortress and you made it a dedicated transport, and because the Land Fortress can't actually hold that many guys either. So you'd say, yeah, increase its capacity and lower its damage output. And maybe they'll come up with that. That's sort of what's missing, but yeah. It's interesting to see. There's a lot of gaps to the army, and it might take a while to fill, that's the main thing. Because if you look at Genestealer cults, they took a long time to get anything really new. They've only got from their initial launch, they haven't had that many additional models, so I don't know if this is going to get a lot more interest than Genestealer cults. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's the end of this one. Like I said, some interesting facts about it. It's still a great model. Definitely recommend. But yeah, just some odd things to think just rules-wise. Aside from that, yeah, I love it. I'm going to get more of these. And yeah, thanks for watching.